right, so time now to get into our discussion. Today we're talking about money. Don't we love talking about money? Money, 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 money. They say it gives the world its beat. Now, a lot of employees feel like because you're employed, you know, you can only grow to a certain point. But that's probably because there are mistakes that we are doing. And I really want to learn, and that's why we have these two amazing guests who are going to tell us what mistakes we're making as employees, right? Welcome to the studio, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
First of all, you both look very dapper suits. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So kindly introduce yourselves and tell us what you do.
Good morning, viewers. My name is Paul Mohami. I'm a financial advisor based in Nairobi. I advise people on financial management and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Very good.
I'm Manyara, and I'm a personal financial coach and trainer.
Yes.
I just love talking about money.
You do?
Oh, yes.
We love talking about money too.
Yes.
People really do love money. But you didn't say your second name, you're Manyara Kirago. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
That's
Kirago.
correct. Yeah.
I said it well.
Manyara Kirago, yeah.
So one of the things, Paul, that people assume is that you need to be making a certain amount of money for you to need a financial advisor. Why do we think like that?
I think we like outsourcing our financial management skills because money is not about how much you're making, it's about how much you're retaining. There are people who earn a lot of money, but they are in deep debts. It's not about how much you're making, it's how much you retain. So you can start small and then you get advice because you start, it's like actually like agriculture. You plant, then you take time for it to mature. So whatever amount you're earning, just go look for a financial advisor because if you cannot manage 100 shillings, then you cannot manage 1,000,000 shillings. Yes.
Now, Manyara, you believe everybody can be financially independent and very successful. What is holding us back?
Well, basically, the first thing is most of us do not have a plan.
Yes.
Most of us just trying to wing it. We think all we need to do is earn more and we'll be better off. But it's not quite that way. We have to have a plan, a financial plan. So one of the first mistakes most people make is they don't have a plan. And a plan is basically knowing, first of all, where you are, knowing what you want to achieve, and then figuring out a strategy to achieve what you want to achieve. So if you have that, no matter how little you earn, you are going to eventually become financially independent. Yes.
Which is very important for us to have a plan.
Yes,
so where do I start from getting this plan? I earn, 50,000. How do I plan that 50,000? I have children to take to school, I have rent to pay, I have some luxuries in life I want to enjoy.
Yes.
How do I make a plan with that little money?
You have to have a vision of where you want your life to be in the future because you're building something towards the future.
Yeah.
One mistake that employees make, and also people in business, is to think that retirement is very far away. It's something that will happen in the future. But I like advising people that you have to take the steps right now. You have to look at how much is coming into your life and how you're spending it. Whatever you're spending your money on, is it building into the future that you want? That is when you start removing some of the expenses because I believe they're not necessary. Just because everybody is buying something doesn't mean you should also buy because probably they don't have a plan. If you have a plan, it means that you have to build towards it. And a third thing is that people outsource their plans. You think that it's your employer who is supposed to plan for your retirement. The thing is, it's not.
Yes.
You are the one who is going to retire. The business is there to make money. You are there to earn money, to achieve your vision. So you have to take personal responsibility of your resources. Whatever you have that comes your way, you have to plan it well. You have to remove some of the fat towards a vision. So like my friend here is saying, a vision is very important. You have to have goals. You have to have a plan. Yes.
Very true.
Yes.
You know what I'm more upset about? I feel like these discussions just started the other day. Where were you people when I started working? They said that when you just start your very first job, you should start planning for retirement.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. In fact, another way of putting it is you should think about your retirement way before your employer does. Because retirement is actually just organizing so that you become financially independent, so that when you have to stop working, you can now be able to take care of your financial needs. And to achieve that, it's a major goal. It's something that's very huge. And to be able to do that comfortably, you have to have accumulated a lot of assets, which will then now take care of you. And you don't do that in the last 5 years or the last 2 years. God forbid it, not the last 1 year. You have to have started a long time. So just like any of the other goals, if you want to plan for your children's education, you don't wait for them to be in fourth form before planning how to pay for their college fees. No, you start immediately they're born. you start planning for that. Yes.
That's also true. So now, you're going to be giving a talk, right? And it's top 10 money mistakes.
Yes.
I want you to take us through all the mistakes that we make. And with the how, remember. So it's a problem with a solution. For that, I feel like I should have carried a pen and a paper for this one.
All right. Now, on 28th is going to be a special day because now I'm going to be going through all the 10 mistakes, and I'm going to be showing how people end up in making those mistakes and how to avoid them. Now, unfortunately, the time now is not enough for me to go.
Very true. We'll just do what we can.
Yes.
So what I will do, I'll just do a framework
Yeah.
that encompasses all of them. I'm just going to mention 5 which cover all of them.
No problem.
Now, the first one I've already mentioned, that's not having a plan. Now, failing to plan means that you're planning to fail. And a personal financial plan involves you knowing your financial position, where you are today, because most people have no clue. Most people think my financial position is the money I have in the bank or how much I earn, but that's not it. There is a specific way in which you need to calculate your financial position. Once you know your financial position, that's the time now you sit down and plan your SMART financial goals. Mark you, the emphasis is on the SMART. SMART stands for specific, mutually agreed with your spouse if you have a spouse, achievable, recorded, and time bound. And time bound.
Yes.
Now, goals have to have all those characteristics for them to be actually good and easy to effect. Now, once you have your goals, the next thing is how do you manage your income so that you achieve those goals, so that you improve your financial position. Most people think that they earn too little, no matter how much they earn. But go back to the first time you were employed. You're probably very happy because you thought that all your problems have been solved. But when the pay came, you realized it's too little, and you began to wish it would increase.
Yeah.
That is so true. We do don't we? We tell ourselves, if I only get 100,000 in my life,
Sorted.
I will never ask you for anything good.
And then when you get it, what happens?
You ask for 300,000.
Yes.
God, if I make
Yeah.
300,000, mimi hata nikiendelea kuomba, you
Yes.
know what I mean? Then you say, if I ever in my life get 1 million shillings,
Yes.
that is the end.
Yeah.
I will just retire.
So getting
is
more
very true.
is not the solution.
Very true.
Yeah. So what you need to do is whatever it is that you earn, you have to learn how to manage it. You have to have a budget, which is a plan for how you're going to spend your money. You're going to have to learn how to manage your debts, because debt management is one of those corners, one of those dark corners of personal finance where people find themselves in. You find that somebody earns this much, but they owe a lot more.
Yes.
Every payday that comes along, it's not a very happy day because your pay slip reads a big salary, but the bottom line, what you're taking home, is so little because a lot of it goes towards paying this loan, paying that loan. So unless you manage your debts, managing your cash flow is going to be difficult. So once you manage your cash flow, and that will enable you to achieve your goals in improving